All right, let's dive right into a cosmic conflict that's way more than just another war. The biggest threat here isn't some rival god, it's a philosophical endgame. We're going to uncover the secret architects behind all this and how they unleashed a predator designed to prove that even the universe itself can die of thirst. Okay, so to really get what's going on, we have to start with the core problem. See, the universe was caught in this endless, totally predictable loop of creation and destruction. Just imagine a cosmic dance where every single step forward is immediately matched by a step back. For every yes from the sovereign, this assertion of divine presence, an equal and opposite no would rise up to cancel it out. This is what's known as the binary deadlock, a perfect but completely stagnant balance. Yeah, think of it as a cosmic stalemate. This endless back and forth meant that nothing could ever really win, and nothing could ever truly end. The entire universe was basically stuck inside a philosophical cage of its own making. But what happens if a third player shows up? A new variable emerging from all that chaos. A force that doesn't want to create or destroy, but just consume. This thing is like a parasite, and it's threatening to break the whole cycle by just devouring everything. This new player is called the Captain, and his ambition is absolutely chilling. He wants to consume everything, leaving nothing behind but a profound thirst. His goal isn't to rule, it's not even to destroy in the traditional sense, it's to prove that even the ocean itself can die of thirst. The Captain's whole philosophy is called nihilistic consumption. See, he looks at all of existence, all life, all matter, and he doesn't see something to be governed or fought over. He just sees water waiting to be stolen. His endgame is to drain the cosmic ocean into what he calls the drought within the deep. So you see, the Captain is a totally new kind of threat. He's not another king. He thinks nations are just sandcastles. And he's not another destroyer, because he's not trying to return to chaos. He wants a permanent state of absolute drought. And get this, his favorite weapon is the stuff called chaos water, and he uses it to go after technology, just dismantling the whole digital grid. He's a predator, a parasite, born from the Titan's endless war. But here's where it gets interesting. You have to ask yourself, could a force this perfect, this elegant in how it breaks the stalemate, could it really be a random accident of logic? Or was he unleashed on purpose? To really understand the Captain, you have to pull back the curtain and look at his creators, because these are the true masterminds, the real architects of the end. Meet the lords of the hidden realms. We're talking Hades, Lucifer, and Samyaza. These are ancient, incredibly powerful beings who've just gotten bored with the endless war. They look at this binary deadlock, and they don't see a grand struggle. They see a tedious, philosophical trap. And they've decided it's time to break it. So their plan is surprisingly simple. First, they witness the stalemate and get tired of it. Second, they decide the only way out is to break the loop by introducing a third power. And third, they decide to forge what they call a triadic nightmare by literally smashing the concepts of presence and absence together. And the Captain, he is their perfect weapon. He was no accident. He was, and I quote, an intellectual intuition of the underworld itself. They built him as a living paradox, a being with the crystalline logic of a creator god, but fueled by the necrotic, destructive malice of the void. He's their checkmate in a cosmic game they simply refuse to let end in a draw. Now, the lords didn't just create a monster and set him loose. Oh no, they armed him with some truly terrifying tools designed to unmake reality itself. First up is rune magic. And we're not talking about simple spells here. This is an ancient script they use to literally rewrite the molecular bonds of the ocean. They are etching the laws of the dead into the water's very memory. This turns the entire hydrosphere, the cradle of life, into their own personal laboratory of decay. But their ultimate weapon is the Void Blight. And this thing is wild. It's not physical, it's conceptual. You can think of it like a virus that infects reality itself. It's a kind of light that just consumes the very ideas of time and distance, collapsing them, basically proving that the ordered world we all take for granted is just a delusion. And this quote right here just says it all. The whole point of the Void Blight is to ensure that the world is rewritten into a blank page of absolute negation. This isn't about winning a war.
It's about unwriting existence itself.
And that brings us to the final, terrifying purpose behind this whole grand design, the great negation. Why? Why go to all this trouble? What's the philosophical point? Well, for the Lords, it's simple. They see themselves as providing the ultimate architectural safeguard against the infinite expansion of the ego. They believe that absolute power, this divine I am, is a self-defeating trap. It's a cosmic cancer. And they are the cure. So you see, the Lords have completely changed the game. It's no longer a struggle between divine assertion and its shadow. It's now a carefully engineered march toward absolute negation. They aren't just another player. They represent the end of all things, the final, unyielding ground on which all ambition has to break. And the result of all this? They've transformed the cradle of life, our oceans, into a monument to finality. It is no longer a source of life. It's now a grave, a lightning-scarred grave for the Anthropocene, the age of humanity. Which leaves us with a final, pretty provocative thought to chew on. In a universe that's defined by the unchecked infinite ego of gods, is absolute negation, this total dissolution, is it really an act of evil? Or is it the only logical escape?